Hey everyone, Ben Coomber Radio, episode number 206. It's a Monday, the weekend has passed. I've just been to Latitude Festival, great fun, loads of comedy, good food. Just went with the missus and it was really nice to just chill in the field, just have a couple of casual drinks, enjoy myself. That's why I love the summer in the UK, love festivals, love going out at the weekends, doing some cool stuff, and I'm sure you guys have been doing the same. So another short, quick little show to try and give you some advice in the quickest time possible. I've got another question that's been written into the show. If you want your question read out on the show, then email bencoomber@gmail.com with the subject line podcast, and we'll throw it in the mix, and if it's a good one, I'll read it out. So this is another international question. We had Vera from Buenos Aires last week. Today we've got Pat from Canada. And Pat says, "Hey Ben, huge fan of yours. When I was introduced to the world of podcasts, yours was one of the first I subscribed to, and I've been listening ever since. Keep up the tough battle. It's not easy educating the masses on stuff like this when there is so much conflicting information out there. Anyways, I just have a quick question regarding options for a prospective nutrition student. Do you have any advice for those interested in pursuing a career in nutrition regarding entry-level jobs or experience? Do you recall any experiences or jobs which were valuable to you or not before your journey really took off? On top of having a passion for nutrition, I love all endurance sports, rock climbing and bodyweight fitness, and I'm looking for ways to marry these driving forces in my life to produce something that can lead me towards great opportunities. Thanks again and happy birthday." Pat says happy birthday because I recently turned 30. Had quite a cheeky, epic birthday. We did like a mini festival with like bouncy castles, water slides, DJ, loads of stuff. It was good fun. Anyway, enough about me. More about you. So I think this is interesting, and I obviously get a lot of questions about people that want to pursue nutrition more. On the last podcast, I mentioned the Body Type Nutrition Academy, which is obviously a nutrition course. You know, listening to podcasts, watching videos, learning about nutrition is naturally going to inspire you to want to do more in nutrition, learn more, and maybe even enter the industry. I know that as a result of this podcast and my teachings, I've inspired a lot of people to get into fitness and nutrition, and that's awesome. I love that about my job. It fires me up. So look, I mean, my journey in the fitness industry, you know, was a little bit different. It was a little bit unconventional. You know, we've covered a little bit of this before on the podcast, in that if people want to move into kind of like official domains and official positions in the world of nutrition, so let's say you wanted to work with a sports team or an official organisation, or have like a job as a nutrition coach, maybe combined with an S&C coach, or you want to work as a dietitian, then you need to go and do a degree in either dietetics, nutrition, nutritional therapy, that kind of thing, because you need that degree behind you, and then you would want to be kind of certified by the kind of appropriate bodies, so to speak. So that's a really important pathway if you want to go down that route. Now, there's not a massive amount of nutrition jobs in our industry. You know, they're a little bit few and far between in comparison to the fitness side of it. Now, there's a lot of personal trainers, and also it's because it is a shorter-lived interaction process. So I'll give you an example. Compare coming to see me for a nutrition consultation. So you come down, you sit with me, I assess you, we implement some stuff. You maybe come back 2 weeks later, we do a check-in, we implement some more stuff. You go away again, 2 weeks later, you come back, we might have a check-in, we implement, we track. And then once you start to get on with it and you start to understand food and how to eat, I'll maybe give you some resources. You might come back a month later. Then we might have a 2-weekly check-in again. And once you're kind of going, you've maybe lost some weight, you've been inspired, you know, you become a bit more redundant than a personal trainer. Now, with a personal trainer, now don't get me wrong, this depends on the severity of the situation. Now, if you had a gut issue, you had a health issue, you had a massive amount of weight to lose, then you would need to see a nutritionist more regularly because you were embarking on a bigger journey. Now, with a personal trainer, there's usually a lot more to iron out, and there's usually a lot more of an accountability process sometimes with the personal trainer. So people tend to stick with personal trainers for longer. You know, they have personal trainers for years because they're constantly trying to mix up and keep on top of their training, keep it interesting, and that's why it can be hard work being a nutritionist, nutrition coach, etc. Because your interaction, your contact time with the client tends to be reduced compared to the fitness side of it. So a lot of people tend to be a personal trainer or a fitness coach as well as being a nutrition coach, and combine those two things. So Pat, you were saying that you love rock climbing, endurance sports, body weight. I reckon, you know, you should combine training as a coach in those disciplines, which I'm sure there's loads of people, and do it alongside nutrition. Like, write a nutrition ebook or do a nutrition coaching program for people that do rock climbing and endurance sports or body weight training. So target the niches that you're interested in and work with the people that you are interested in. Now, coming back to my journey, you asked a question about the entry-level jobs. Now, the entry-level job that you should always do when you are a practitioner is just practice. So, you know, help people, do one-to-one coaching, work in a commercial gym where you're seeing and interacting with people all the time, and you're seeing the psychological dynamics between that kind of environment. Because me sitting at home doing online coaching is very idealistic. You're in kind of a bubble, whereas you go and try and coach people with their nutrition in a big commercial gym like a David Lloyd, a Virgin or whatever. It's totally different environment. People come in with a different mindset, they have different mentality, they have different barriers to kind of finances around getting support and stuff. So I think it's really important to have your initial baptism of fire in a commercial gym, so you can actually learn on the ground, hustle on the ground with learning your kind of trade. And I think with any trade in any career, you know, you've got to start at the bottom to a degree to learn how kind of environments work, businesses work, people work. And that's the same with the fitness industry, that's the same with gyms, that's the same with most careers. You start and you move up and you evolve, and once you understand and you really refine your trade. Now, if you want to be a great coach, then you don't need to do a degree in dietetics, a degree in nutrition. You can train to become a personal trainer, you can do a nutrition course, you can do a course like ours, because, you know, a lot of the time once you're insured as a coach, that is the big hurdle. You get kind of like your basic certificates, you get insurance, and then you do courses that are more CPD directed, like it might be courses like ours, it might be courses like other people, to really just refine your kind of knowledge. So the level of kind of like, we'll call it officialness of the education that you're doing will be dependent on the pathway that you're trying to go on. So if you want to work with a sports team as an S&C coach, for example, then you need to go and do like the UKSCA, for example, course to kind of become recognised as an S&C coach. Same with the nutrition pathway. If you want to go and work in the NHS or with a sports team, then you might have to do a degree, or you will have to do a degree in dietetics. Whereas if you just want to be a personal trainer, you want to be a good coach, then you need to pick the courses that are most appropriate to you, practically applying your knowledge, and it's unlikely going to be the kind of degree route. Again, it depends on how hardcore you want to get into the kind of nutrition industry, the fitness industry. So that definitely needs to shape that. But you know, whatever career path people are looking at, trying to mould, whether it's fitness, it's something else, you've always got to look at the end goal, and then you've got to work backwards and put tangible steps and processes in place to make sure that you're going to be successful in that environment. So I think, Pat, you're embarking on a great plan. I think working in the domains which fire you up and you have passion about is perfect. I hate listening or, you know, kind of having to chat to people about things that they're not passionate about. Now, hate's the wrong word, but no, let me rephrase it. It's a shame talking to people that are involved in career paths that they're not passionate about. And if you've got a plan to shift career paths into a different one, do that. Please do it. It is a shame to have people not follow their passions in life, and whether that takes 6 months or 6 years to make that career jump, I think we all owe it to ourselves to follow things that we are passionate about, so that we get up every day and enjoy the things that we do. So right, I hope that's been of a benefit. I suppose this episode has been a bit more of an insight into maybe what I do as a career, what steps I might have taken, what steps other people can take. If you've got questions on it, tweet me, post in the Facebook comments, evolve the conversation. If you've got a question about this, evolve it and work with me on this, and I'll get some interaction going. That's it from me. Our Body Type Nutrition Academy starts soon. Check out the Body Type Nutrition Academy if you are interested in health and fitness, nutrition, education. Awesome Supplements have just released their pre-workout product. It's something very different. It's a shot. You might have seen it online already. It's based around beetroot and 5 other very beneficial amino acids around exercise performance. It's perfect for people that play sport and basically work hard. So check that out. Go to awesomesupplements.co.uk and check out your new product. I'm very proud of that. I think it's going to be applicable to a massive amount of people in terms of exercise performance. Right, that's me done. I'll be back on episode 207. In the meantime, stay awesome and have an awesome week. Hey everyone, Ben Coomber Radio, episode number 205. Now, it's just myself on the show. Basically, I've been a bit badly organised